Hello and welcome to the FNAF 2 movie review. Starting with the no spoilers review. It's not great. It's a solid good. I think it's a B movie all around. Still definitely worth a watch because the entire point of the movie is really just to set up the third movie. And obviously, no duh, that we knew it was a 3-movie deal long before the first movie ever came out. But it's like that's the only thing the film is trying to do, and there are good parts that I do like and I feel had major staying power, but they just didn't use them enough, or they used them in like a sort of weird way. But if you sit down, whether by yourself or with friends, it'll be a good watch, just not the best watch in the world. I definitely think the FNAF 1 movie is better, but FNAF 2, still obviously good. I don't know what this is, but it looks pretty important. Alright, so sorry to spoil the kill count, but there is maybe like 5 or 6 kills in the entire movie, which I mean, there wasn't a lot of kills in the first FNAF movie. Onto the actual plot, though, I think the beginning is spectacular. It sets up everything it needs to bring the marionette as the main villain, which, yes, the marionette is the main villain. Me and my friends were a little bit mixed on that. I mean, in the actual FNAF canon, the marionette is, of course, evil, but they're not really trying to be evil. They're just trying to find William Afton, but they just keep mistaking people for Afton. Marionette, who is a girl called Kathy, she's pretty lonely. She sees Afton take someone into the back room. She tries to get some adults. They don't help her, so she goes into the back room herself, gets him out, but Afton manages to stab her a few times in the back, and she dies on stage, which she dies right on top of the trapdoor that the marionette comes out of. And by the way, the marionette is perfect. It's like they literally took the marionette from the games and put them right in the film, and it is unnerving. And I say that like the internet sensitizes me to a lot of things, but the marionette is just genuinely unnerving. Just an unnerving presence all around. It made me kind of sad that the marionette, like the prop, is not actually used that much in the film. Instead, like, Kathy just possesses people and they become like this weird human marionette hybrid thing where like they get the face makeup of the marionette and they get like the body and fingers too. It's just kind of a weird artistic choice. I can understand why they did it. Maybe they just realized that some difficulties with the prop or something, or maybe Megan Fox took that much money out of the film just hiring her. But overall, I just wish they used the prop more, because it was like the actual scariest part of the movie whenever the marionette was on screen. Like, the possessed marionette stuff, that is still cool and all. It's just that, I want to see the puppet, not somebody's cosplay of the marionette. This opening sequence is revealed to be a dream of Vanessa. She gets a call from Mike. We then switch over to Mike's perspective with Abby. Mike and Abby are having a little bit of difficulties. Mike is trying to protect her from the knowledge that the animatronics are gone. He doesn't know where they are now, but Abby still thinks they're there and she misses them. She has this weird obsession with Chica now, which it's been such a long time since I saw the first FNAF movie that I don't know if that was always a thing there, but if it was, then I'm glad they're keeping that consistent. But if it isn't, then they are 100% doing that just because Megan Fox is playing Toy Chica in this movie. Abby's school is having a science fair. Abby is making like this little mini animatronic for her science fair project. And her teacher, which, when you see the teacher, you know he's gonna die from the first second you see him, because he is just... The stage projections were, be the biggest dick you can imagine. That was his stage directions, and he performed perfectly. I don't think there was... Everyone around me in the theater was just like, I hope this guy dies. And we got our wish. He died later on in the film. Honestly, not even a spoiler, because from the first scene, he's gonna die. A kid next to Abby says, I'm surprised you don't go to fix up your friends yourself, because that's what Mike has been promising to do, to fix up the animatronics. She then goes to Freddy's after school. Her and Mike uh, have a private conversation about how they're gone and doesn't she want them in heaven? She says yes. So then they go to the prize counter where she finds this little Faz talker thing that talks in a robot voice, and that's actually what brings her to the FNAF 2 location where the plot starts to actually go off. Before all of that, though, we see this group of ghost hunters go to the FNAF 2 location where we meet just the creepiest security guard you'll ever meet, where and it's revealed this guy's a villain later on, where he basically brought them here to give Catherine, or Kathy, I forget her name, I just know it's like Kath, a body to possess because for some reason the puppet needs like a physical vessel to latch onto to do stuff. And I guess that's the in-canon reason they don't use the marionette prop too much. These people die. Kathy, and like going back to the Kathy plot, Kathy go no fuck not Kathy, Abby. Abby goes to the FNAF 2 location and that's where she meets Toy Chica. She thinks it's the Chica from the first location, and she helps her out with the science fair project. Now she has like this little plastic Chica animatronic thing that the teacher, once again, just entirely just disliking Abby, breaks in front of her, faking it as an accident. I'm sorry, this is unscripted, obviously. So Vanessa, upon seeing the Chica toy, because she saw it at Abby's house, goes to the FNAF 2 location where she ends up getting kidnapped by Kathy. And when Abby goes there later on, after the toy is broken, Toy Chica says, "Hey, I'll be your science fair project. You just gotta give us the proximity. You just gotta type in the. You just gotta disable the proximity thing, the proximity sensor that keeps them from going outside of the restaurant." Kathy threatens to kill Abby to make Vanessa say the code. After they get the code, Kathy does follow up on the promise and using Toy Chica goes to the science fair with the Corey X Kenshin cab. Mike goes to talk with Henry Emily, who makes an appearance in this film and of course is Kathy's father. After their talk, you realize that the FNAF 2 location goes there, saves Vanessa, and they start making a plan to stop Kathy's plan. You're probably realizing, why did Vanessa not tell Kathy that William is dead? Well, Kathy doesn't care. She's not mad at William, she's mad at the parents that would not help her deal with William, so that's who she's after to kill. Mike stays at the FNAF 2 office in order to disable the animatronics. Meanwhile, Vanessa goes out to stop them physically. Mike decapitates Balloon Boy with his bare hands. After that, the withered animatronics start making their way towards him. Mike throws Balloon Boy's head. He sees withered Freddy and withered Chica making their way towards him. And instead of like immediately slapping on the mask, he instead goes to the computer and starts moving the plot along, just trying to do things to take down the connection that, because the marionette controls the animatronics through an electronic signal. That's how the controls going on. Mike, despite knowing that there are two animatronics making their way towards him, is still surprised when he turns left and sees one of them there. He uses a Freddy mask on hand, works on Chico, works on Freddy, doesn't work on Foxy, but that's okay because Mike had ample time to file his taxes before Foxy started lifting his hook. And I'm serious, Foxy takes forever to do anything. It's like the dude, straight up polished, sharpened, and just said fuck it and replaced his hook, meanwhile trying to, kill Mike. Mike disables the animatronics, but then one of the trackers comes on. It's Kathy, and she's at Mike's home, putting Abby to bed, and then Toy Chica, and y'all are gonna love this, Toy Chica's, chest area bursts open, but obviously it's an animatronic, and the puppet is just shoved inside and immediately launches to possess Abby. Vanessa gets there. They have a little bit of a spat, but it's stopped when Mike shows up and plays the music box that Henry gave him, and Abby is immediately subdued. The toy animatronics then show up and are now being controlled by Michael Afton, who it now exists and is trying to follow up with William's legacy. And for some reason, Kathy is working with the son of her murderer. Yeah, I don't know, but it's happening now. Before Mike went to his house, he did go to the FNAF 1 location, begged for help, then the animatronics showed up and took down the toy animatronics immediately. But then the Golden Freddy kid shows up and says, "Hey, when we go to heaven, we're not going to be able to hold him back." Him being William, and yeah, that's pretty much where the film ends. And oh wait, before the credits roll, the marionette possesses Vanessa without people knowing. The mid-credit scene is Springtrap. There is no post-credit scene. There was just like a call of Henry saying, "Hey, I used to work with William. I still have some of the trackers, and yeah, Kathy's after you, Mike." Again, this entire film just feels like it's just completely fucking. The goal was to set up the third movie. That's the only thing the film set out to do, and it did it. But I feel like the movie somewhat suffers for it. It definitely doesn't feel as fun as the FNAF 1 movie. Matt Pat does voice Toy Bonnie, but like nothing's done with that concept. There's no references that it is Matt Pat in Toy Bonnie. He actually does a Toy Bonnie voice, which, like, I do kind of like the fact that it was just taken seriously, that we're just using you as a voice actor for the character. We're not making the character you. But yeah, we got the setup for FNAF 3, where we got antagonist 1, Kathy, antagonist 2, Michael Afton, antagonist 3, Springtrap. Oh, and antagonist 4, Circus Baby. Circus Baby was revealed in one of Vanessa's. Vanessa had a dream sequence, and that's when Circus Baby is revealed. And like, I left out a lot because there's not a lot that really happens. Like, I didn't even say Toy Freddy up until now, because Toy Freddy genuinely does fucking nothing. He shows up, almost kills 2 parents, and gets destroyed immediately by normal Freddy. In conclusion, short movie, good watch. I personally recommend it. Anyways, that's been your host, That Chalk. See y'all later.